news last night that Brendan had gone, did it surprise you?
I woke up to that this morning. I think I said it already this morning that nothing really surprises you in football. I think that's something you need to get accustomed to, especially sitting at the side of the fence. I think that's certainly something. There's been a lot of noise around the Old Firm and everything that comes with that, Scottish football at the moment. So nothing surprises me on that front. But it's something that directly doesn't affect us and what we're doing. So that is fully my focus has been all about Rangers at the moment. And that's all I've got to say on that, to be honest.
I just wonder, because there's been a little bit of an upheaval at Celtic and Rangers this season, if this really is an opportunity for clubs like Hearts and Hibs to go forward and put in a challenge not only up to Christmas but beyond as well.
I think it's about you can only worry about things yourself. Look at yourself first and foremost. Don't worry about what's going on around about you. Constantly challenge us to keep improving all the time. I think if you mentioned because of what's happened with both Rangers and Celtic changing the manager this year, because of how well Hearts have started, the opportunity that comes, I think it's such a long season. We're so early in the season. Not even played a full round of fixtures yet. There's a lot to contend with that. I think there's a lot of, you even look at the league, how tight it is now, how quickly things can change with one or two results. We've been an example of that in the last week. Back-to-back wins and what that's done for us, put us up into third place. How quickly that could change with a run of results on Wednesday. So it's about believing in what you're doing all the time. We know what we've got here as a group. We know what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve, and I don't think that changes all the time, regardless of what people are doing round about you. You're always looking at yourself and how you can improve.
I just wonder if there was maybe a change in the regard a little bit with Celtic Rangers, who have been so dominant, not only for years, for decades in Scottish football, but clubs like Hibs and Hearts are now putting in a real challenge towards the two.
Yeah, but I think that's the expectation every season, for especially this football club. I know Hearts will feel exactly the same, that Rangers and Celtic they've been the dominant force in Scotland for a long time, but they're always games that you're expected to go and put up a fight and try and win. I think we always go into these games trying to win the games, so that doesn't change. What we try and achieve every season certainly doesn't change. Now, the challenge has been difficult for a long time, but as a group, it's always about looking at what you're doing. As I've just said, how much better can you get and can you close the gap? Can you get better as a group all the time moving forward? We set such a high standard last season. The challenge this season is to go and back that up. Can you go and then in your second season continue to improve? The group's changed slightly. You're bringing in new players. You're adding to a group that's already been consistently good last season. And the challenge all the time, how quickly football changes, is to keep moving forward and try and ignore the noise that's going on around about you. We're looking at it this week purely on the basis that you've got 3 games this week. We've started off with a really good win up at Aberdeen. Really good game to look forward to on Wednesday night and take it from there. And I think that's the way it has to be. We need to try and catch that team in front of us. It's something that happened. We done really well last season until we couldn't catch, I think it was Rangers at the time. But up until that point, that was our mindset. Every single game, taking it one game at a time. And I think that's certainly the way we're going to go again this year.
You're talking about obviously trying to catch the club ahead of you. At the moment, that's Celtic. Is that achievable?
Directly, until it's not, that's what we'll continue to do. And if that changes because we find ourselves further down and it becomes someone else, or other people get knocked off the top, whatever way that goes, as I've said, it is very, very early. It's not. I'm not looking at the league and thinking this is an opportunity to go and win the league at this moment in time. I'm looking at it as an opportunity for 3 points at home on Wednesday night, and that won't change until you're at least twice through the fixture list, at least after Christmas, to look at what the league actually settles like and looks like. You've got a transfer window still to come. There's a lot of noise going on at the moment about everything in Scottish football, and understandably so. It's an exciting time because it's probably, there's a lot of teams looking at it. It's very competitive. The difference is top to bottom. It's 1 win, 2 wins, whatever it is. So it's very, very early, Brian.
How do you come up against how do you approach a game against a Rangers side with a new manager and potentially a different style of play, different system? Yeah,
definitely. You've also not got a lot to go off. You won't have had a lot of time on the grass either with the new team. We're guarding against the players that are off the back of a good win. It's changed a couple of systems now, so played 2 different shapes. Within that, we know whatever shape or system he plays, they're a good side, they've got good players. We're very much looking at our own level of performance, looking at the last time we played against them, and not, how can we improve for that performance? Absolutely. I don't think we played anywhere near the level we can, and certainly as a result of that we didn't get anything from the game. So for us to get a result tomorrow night, we know what we need to do. We've worked on a game plan to try and go and win the game. And that's what I'm concentrating on more than anything other than, yes, you look at the opposition, you look at things you might have done at other clubs, everything else, but you can't dive too much in it other than the 2 performances they've had. There's a lot of games in such a quick period of time, so there's not a lot of preparation to be done. It's more about our level of performance.
Finally for me, squad-wise, a few back at the weekend there. Is it similar lines?
Similar. We've had a couple of, obviously Warner Horror came off in the game with a shoulder injury. Thankfully it's nothing too significant at this moment in time. It is something that we need to be careful of. He has trained on it this morning, and I've not really spoke to him since training to see how that's reacting, how comfortable he feels with it. But that's a positive. That means it's not a 6-7 week injury, 8 week injury. So we'll have to manage that one and obviously work out the risks involved with that. The other one's Dylan Levitt, missed the game through illness, where we thought it was just a sickness thing, but actually he's had his appendix out, so that was something that happened very, very quickly over the last couple of days. So he won't be available till, I think that's all went well, so just till after the international break, so not a great time for him, but he's recovering well, which is the most important thing. And apart from that, you've still got Joe Newell and Alisana. Another one's Rudy Molotnikov, actually, so he's picked up a real blow for him, getting back to fitness-wise. Played in the youth league, European Youth League the other night, and rolled his ankle, so unfortunately he's going to be out for another period of time. Probably looking at something about 6-8 weeks, which is a real blow for him. Hopefully, you need to get around him, but make sure he hopefully gets all his injuries at the start of his career and he gets the opportunity to really kick on, and that's what I've tried to say to him, because injuries are things that happen in football. You can't control them at times, and it's about making sure you come back stronger, and I'm sure he will.
When you see upheaval happening at other clubs that you're competing against, the noise that comes on around it, it must make you extra thankful for the stability that you have here at the moment, the consistency during your time in charge here.
Yeah, I think it just shows you though how quickly things can change. I think I say it all the time, very much judge on results. That's what you sign up to as a manager all the time. That's the expectation, regardless of what club you're working at and operating at. I know how quickly things can change the other way, so we need to be, I've just demonstrated and said to Brian there that 2 wins or 2 defeats can look very differently, and that's coming up in the next 2 games, so we need to look at that. And I think the most important thing is making sure that you are sticking together. There will be times in the season where it maybe doesn't quite go the way you want it to go, but as long as a group, there's accountability there and you are confident in what you're working on and you're getting that buy-in from the players, that's all you can really control, and that's the most important thing, is you control the things you can.
The consistency that you're trying to get out of your team, how much is that down to their confidence, and how much does the results that you've achieved over the last couple of weeks then bring that into the feeling that you can get this run of victories out of them?
Yeah, I think that's the benefit of the international break for us. Now, it's easy to say that now off the back of 2 wins, having had the international break, I know that, but that was certainly the conversation we had after the derby, that making sure after the international break that it was a proper opportunity to reset, come back ready to then really go and kick on. And we knew to do that you need to go and win games of football. The actual level of performance and internally what we were trying to do, never felt we were too far away. We still need to be more clinical, we still need to continue to improve in the areas, but as I said, even during the periods, I'd have been a lot more concerned if we weren't creating the chances. So there is a lot of positive things around the group. Internally, we've been in a really good place, and it is about doubling down on that and sticking to that and making sure the players have all the belief in what we're trying to do moving forward.
Finally, then for me, and the impact that Thibaut's been able to have in the last couple of games, I guess how good is that kind of expands your attacking options, that you've got that trust that he's now proven that he can go and score in this league, and what's it done for him?
It's been
getting these starts and getting himself on the score sheet.
It's been great for him. I think I said it straight after the game. Strikers' goals is what everything that it's what they're in the team to do. It's what they get confidence from. He's had to be patient for his opportunity. He certainly took it in the last couple of games, which is great. Every game he started, he scored, which is a brilliant habit to get into. But we've also been patient with him. I think he's adapting well. You've seen it all the time in training, just the difference in intensity, the different ways of playing, the physicality even to it. It's brilliant that he's affecting the game in a positive way just now. And he's never not been an option for us. It's not as if we've never seen him as an option. He always has been. He's just been working away, waiting for his opportunity, which is positive. And off the back of that, we were very fortunate the weekend that we were able to bring on your Martin Boyles, Junior Hoylett, Ellie Juhan comes on again. So I think the squad's in a really good place. And as I've said before, they all give me different selection headaches, but also different ways of playing. So but without changing shape, a different player can come on and give you a completely different dynamic into how you want to play. And I think that's a real strength of ours. I think it's something that we benefited from last season as well. You know, we had a real blend in the front line. I think that's really important, especially at this level, to make sure you are adaptable as well.